So I work with fintech. Okay.
Yeah.
I currently called Finastra here in Trivandrum. With respect to my experience in trading, it's almost nil because I haven't started trading yet. My wife has been trading for a while, so we actually sit down and discuss few things often. So that's all I got as of now. So this program is actually meant to be a gateway for me into the world of trading. Thank you.
All right, that's great. Great. Thank you, bro. And Manoj,
Yeah, hi Sam, this is Manoj.
how are you, man?
Yeah, fine man. Actually, I'm from Coimbatore. I think I've already joined your Beat the Streets program.
I know about you. Yeah.
And in the execution part.
Sorry, Manoj.
I'm just finding difficulties in execution part of the trade.
All right, you can just introduce like your experience for others to know. Yeah.
I've been in the market for around 3 to 4 years. So initially doing swing and all, but not getting consistent profits.
Okay. Okay.
I was watching Sam for around 2 years, and so I decided to join.
All right. No worries. Yeah. Thank you. And Piyush.
Hello. So I've been trading like for like 3-4 years now, and mainly what I was doing is option selling and like a little bit of future trading as well. So the thing is, like, my biggest problem which I was facing, it was like a proper entry. This was like my proper, like the main mistake which I was doing. So I was not able to like find a exact and correct entry. Always I used to like take a entry very early or a entry very late.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're struggling in the execution part.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Okay. And Sharon.
Yeah, Abhishek.
So Sharon is my cousin, guys. So Anup is Sharon's. They both know each other well. Yeah. Sharon, just introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. I'm Sharon. I stay in Bangalore. Well, I started trading a couple of years back, and I mainly do swing trades. But then I trade very safely. I get only very little quantity, and that's kind of an issue for me. So I'm looking for some kind of help from Abhi in this area.
All right. Okay. Got it. Got it. Thank you. And Vishal, bro. Yeah.
So hi Sam, I hope I'm audible.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, I've been in the stock market for about 2.5 years. And initially, once I finished my college, I just started into it and trying to understand what exactly stock market is. So for the last 2 years, I was working and, building up my capital. But at the same time, I was doing here and there in the stock market. So right now, I've actually taken a break from my job and I wanted to, give more time and maybe try to make this as my career. So in terms of trading, I used to do equity, then slowly got introduced to futures as well. Options is something that I'm still learning. I'm not 100% knowledgeable in that. But yeah, futures is something I have been doing because of the, able to buy huge quantity and to make quick money. But at the same time, there's a lot of risk also into that. And my biggest problem or challenge is I'm not yet consistent, or I'm not able to make regular money. So there's a month I'll make money, another month I lose all the profits that I made. So trying to be more disciplined and trying to become consistent I think that is something that I would really need your help. And yeah, I would really love to, pursue, trading as a full-time career. So that is why I've actually taken a break from my job as well. For this course, especially because I want to, give a lot of time and learn as much as possible.
All right, that's great, man. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope everyone is done with their introduction. All right. So I'd like to ask some basic questions like is everyone done watching all the videos which I sent?
Yes.
Anyone yet to watch any video like anything pending?
Yes, I'm yet to finish the trend lines.
Trend lines. Okay, okay, fine, fine. All right, because that is one of the major concepts, bro. So we need to watch it, and then nobody has done the homeworks which I had mentioned in the videos. Like even though it's pre-recorded, it's for every one of you. Some of you might struggle drawing the patterns. So at least if not for the candlesticks, Dow theory, even Dow theory is very important. So at least you can do your homeworks with respect to Dow theory and patterns. These two topics are very important. So uh, I need to know whether you are comfortable identifying all the patterns which you have discussed in the videos. So work on that. So you have a weekend straight away. So share your patterns, like whichever patterns you are finding, identifying. So share them in the group, get it corrected. If something is wrong, I'll mention it. If it is really good, I'll again mention it, so that you will get to know what are the patterns which we prefer. Because the problem is we deal with almost 600, 700 stocks. I'll also share the watch list with you guys. There are so many stocks in BSE and NSE, but personally, I scan around 600 to 650 stocks. I'll share that list with you after the session, so you can use that list also. So the thing is, among those 500, 600 stocks, we are not going to trade in all the stocks, as you know. So because of capital constraint, we'll be choosing very less number, like almost 5 to 6 stocks will be in our watch list, and among that, we'll choose around 2 to 3 for our trading purpose. So from 500 or 600, if we have to shortlist down to 2 or 3, so imagine the kind of accuracy we need. So that starts with the pattern. How well is your pattern? So drawing trend lines and patterns is very important. All right, so make sure you become comfortable with that. Initially, if you are a beginner, you might struggle, but it's very normal. As time goes, you will be comfortable drawing and identifying good patterns. So I'll add you guys to the community also after the session, so that you will get to know what are the patterns I prefer. People will be sharing their patterns also after getting it approved by me. So you'll get to know how we are identifying patterns and what are the kind of patterns we generally prefer. So there are so many patterns, right? So triangle, channel patterns, so wedges, falling wedge, rising wedge. So we'll be preferring certain patterns normally. So once you are in the community, you'll get to know these things. All right. And the next thing is any doubts with respect to the videos. If you're not understanding any particular concept, I'll be happy to teach it again here. Anyone, any doubts? No doubts at all? All right, fine. Piyush, Vishal, no doubts for you guys?
No, 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 no.
All right, good.
Yeah. The thing is like, although I've like seen all those videos, but I even like have gone through those pattern, and like I'm still continuing with my trading. But the one thing which I've not practiced in the real market was the CPR techniques.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, if I get to like see or like how it actually works in the market, because I think so. Like, if you open the chart of GAIL, right?
GAIL.
And GAIL, yeah.
All right. Okay. 1 second. Is the screen visible?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so if you just like see from the back, so it's basically in a range, right? So I think so on the, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so and if you just try to plot the CPR as well, so it was taking a support on 12th, it was at CPR level. Yeah, exactly. So I was actually expecting for this thing to break out and I could just use my CPR as a stop loss, but that this thing didn't went through. So just wanted to know, like for example, if there's a missed breakout and the CPR just goes against it, so does it make sense to go short in this trade?
Yeah. See, the thing is, you need to identify the trend here. So as you have seen, GAIL is one of the stocks which have been consolidating for a long time. So let's go to higher time frames. So it's just purely consolidating, right? Now you need to understand your risk reward ratio whenever you are going long or short. All right. Both the times you need to know your risk reward ratio. So GAIL, as you know, has been taking support at this trend line multiple times.
Yeah.
Got it. So now I'll go to daily. So this is a good trend line. This is a good trend line which offers resistance for GAIL. Now you
Yeah.
combine this with CPR. Firstly, you need to be very clear with the trend lines and patterns. Then only you will be moving on to CPR.
Okay.
All right. Now, with regards to CPR trend lines, let's just finish off trend lines and price action. All right. With regards to price action, how do you see GAIL? So, what is the current trend in GAIL? Can anyone tell me? So, you
Downtrend.
can, sorry.
Downtrend.
All right, downtrend. Okay. With regards to Dow theory, what is the trend?
With regards to with regards to I didn't understand like what you're expecting. I mean, like,
Dow theory. You have learned about Dow theory, right?
yes.
So in the same time frame, daily time frame, what is the trend of GAIL with regards to Dow theory?
Lower low,
Sideways.
lower high.
Lower low, lower high. All right. So this is lower low,
Lower high. Yeah, yeah.
lower high. Fine. Now, is it lower low and lower high currently also?
No.
No.
Now
So
for the
now this is a very crucial point to identify. See, yes, with regards to this trend line, so GAIL might look like it is in a downtrend, but with regards to Dow theory, all right, GAIL has finally taken support, formed a double bottom, and it has given a breakout also, right?
yes.
Now, when you are shorting a stock here, the maximum reward you are going to get is anywhere between this zone, right?
Okay.
Now, this is going to be a very small scalping opportunity, hardly 1.5%.
Okay.
So the risk reward ratio is not favorable for you to go and short it here.
Okay.
Understood the point?
Yeah, I get that.
All right. Now you need to also look for the momentum, candlesticks momentum. Before going into all the CPRs and other indicators, you need to be very clear with price action first. What is happening with respect to price action? So we have discussed about Dow theory, and with regards to Dow theory, GAIL is currently in uptrend.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
of this double bottom breakout, it is currently in an uptrend. So when this uptrend will get violated, when it again comes back below this, so you draw a zone. So like how we draw support zones, you draw a zone, support zone here.
Yeah.
Now when GAIL closes comfortably below this zone, now you can short it, placing your stop loss above this zone and look for targets here, anywhere between this level.
Yes.
So now this becomes a good risk reward ratio trade.
Okay.
Because as long as this zone holds, GAIL is not going to fall. Only after the zone is decisively broken, decisively in the sense according to higher time frames, either daily time frame or worst case 1 hour bearish candle.
Okay.
So unless that happens, you're not going to short this stock.
Okay. And just wanted to confirm one more pattern. So it's the Bharti Airtel. So I think so. It's forming a rising wedge pattern on a 15-minute chart.
So in 15 minutes, let's show 1 hour first. Can draw a trend line this way.
Okay.
So again, this will be a channel.
Okay.
1 hour. In 15 minutes.
Sam, is it okay if I share my chart on the WhatsApp group?
Sure.
Yeah.
Our group, you can just share it. Yeah.
And can you please tell the mistake in this if it's not correct?
1 second. Yeah. Yeah, it's good, man. So that's what this is the trend line, right?
Yeah.
Lower one. Yeah, this is the trend line, and this is what we have done in 1 hour also. Fine. So this is a rising wedge. Yeah. So in 1 hour, yeah. So this is also a good resistance area. So you can short this stock because it has given a breakdown from the rising wedge.
Yeah.
All right. And you keep your stop loss tightly above this 1 hour bearish candle.
Okay.
All right. You need not place it here or here and all. Place it right above the 1 hour bearish candle because that's the breakdown candle. Once market makes a move above that, it's going to rally. So anyway, you need to place your stop loss above this 1 hour candle. Now, your risk reward ratio. How do you calculate your risk reward ratio? So you place your stop here. Your stop loss will be here. Your first target will be this trend line. Got it? The first, so you are entering here, right? You are entering after this 1 hour breakdown candle. So your stop will be above this 1 hour candle. Your target will be, the first target will be the lower channel trend line. Understood, Piyush?
Yeah.
Because this is the channel pattern which you have drawn in 1 hour. Now again, go to CPR. So monthly CPR says it is almost at R2, all right?
Yeah.
And you go to weekly as well. So even weekly CPR is far below.
Yes.
Now you can expect it to move towards this weekly CPR. This is a good level. Yeah, and this is a good level to exit.
Okay.
Because here you have your weekly CPR as well as your trend line.
Okay. Yeah.
Daily CPR. Then you go to daily. So daily, where you are shorting us, you are shorting it below S1.
Yes.
As soon as S1 is also broken, you are going short. So intraday targets is S2, S3. So positionally, you will be playing for this lower channel trend line.
Sure.
Others, are you able to follow any? Stop me if you have any doubts. So the thing is, before going into CPR and other things, you need to be strong with price action. Work on your trend lines and patterns, and all the basics should come into play. Your candlesticks momentum is very crucial, which many people tend to avoid or not give as much importance. Candlesticks momentum is the key. And then you need to verify Dow theory also. What is Dow theory saying in lower time frame? What is it doing in higher time frame? You need to check all those things. Fine. Any other doubts?
Sam, can you look at Tata Consumer's?
Tata Consumer product.
Yeah. So I was a little confused here because the stock did give a good breakout, but then now it looks like a complete reversal.
Yeah, see, this is the clear setup happening in almost your index as well, right? So if you have noticed what is happening in Nifty, it would be the same setup. So what is the setup I'm talking about? So it gave a breakout and it is again coming down. So that is the setup which you are seeing in Tata Consumer also. It's a classical M pattern, as we call a double top. Double tops need not be so accurate. Sometimes it might be a little bit higher also. This high need not be picture perfect like this. Right? Sometimes the high, second high might be little higher, little smaller than the previous high. It doesn't matter. So this is a classical double top pattern. Means that the market is not sustaining above this trend line. It's not able to sustain above the breakout level. So where should you short Tata Consumer? Where should you short setups like this? Anyone can you?
Yeah, in the like after it breaks the middle neckline.
All right, that is a very safe and secured thing to do. Any other aggressive, slightly aggressive area where you can short it?
After the reversal hammer.
After the reversal hammer, I would not. Still, I would not, because I have my reference candle here. So this is called as your reference or mother candle.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I would not be that much aggressive to short after this inverted hammer. I can easily say yes, I would have shorted it here, but I won't do that. Any other place? With purely with regards to candlestick. Let me give you a clue also. This is
So like yesterday when so I would say like yesterday when the green candle was like half, I would say like 50% broken, like 50% level of the green candle.
all right. 1 second. I'll switch this thing. Yeah. Yesterday 50%. Okay, but still it's not a bearish close, right?
Yeah.
So the best best area to short this stock is when the low of this mother candle gets broken.
Okay.
Now this becomes a double confluence. What are the confluences here? First confluence is your mother candle. The reference candle low is getting broken. This is where yesterday the market took a support and it went up. All right. Now today it's breaking below yesterday's low, right?
Yes.
Yesterday's low and yesterday's high, the previous day low and high become crucial levels for the next day. So yesterday's low is also the low of this mother candle. Now, when that is getting broken, you immediately go short here. This is a calculative risk reward trade. You need not wait for this level also to get broken. You can easily go short as soon as you see this candle forming. Got it, Vishal?
Yeah, Sam. My question is now, if this, so before, I think today market was fully bearish, but before that, this was actually like a huge breakout that happened in Tata Consumer. So I was a little confused, like how it reversed like that, and does this, is that like supposed to happen or what? Because I was thinking to go long in Tata Consumers, but seeing this huge red candle, now I'm scared to enter because it's almost engulfing all the previous candles. Even though it was like a multi-year breakout, and the breakout candle also had a huge volume, and even though it retested and again went up, still market fell. So that's why when I see situations like this, it's a little scary that how do I tackle situations like this?
Yeah, it's not that difficult, Vishal. You need to be aware of what is happening in the broader market also. The broader market, mainly Nifty, let's keep Bank Nifty aside. It's a separate index, all right, altogether. So when Nifty, when Sensex or the broader market reverses on the whole, then these stocks will tend to correct also. When Nifty is not able to sustain above its recent breakout level, obviously your stocks will also tend to follow it. This is an effect because of the global market, and just today, we have also reacted. All these days we were just outperforming. That's what I've been cautioning in my stories and status also. continuously.
Mm.
The global markets have started to bleed. Not correct. They have started to bleed in the last 1 week. Every day, Dow Jones and Nasdaq are closing 1.5% down. But we were comparatively stronger. We cannot deny that fact. We were stronger, but we cannot just keep on outperforming. We cannot just keep on going in a different direction. So when the broader market, when the mother market corrects, our index will fail to sustain these above these breakouts, and your stocks will have to follow it. There will be certain stocks which keep outperforming. So for example, let me go to the watch list. Yeah, so the IndusInd Bank is still 2% up. So means these kind of stocks are outperforming the index. So if you go to cash stocks, there will be certain stocks which have hit, should have hit upper circuit also. That is totally because these stocks, these kind of stocks do not have any weightage on the index. Got it? Now you need to be clear with your entry and exit. So even if you are willing to go long in Tata Consumer product, you should have done it either here or here. And if you have gone long in other market conditions, I would at least expect a move of close to 10 to 15%, roughly, for this pattern breakout. But you also need to be trailing your stop loss. So if you had gone long here, as soon as it broke below this level today, you need to be exiting. You need to exit from this if it is going to be a daily close. So it's of course a bearish candle close. And if you are looking for fresh positions in Tata Consumer product, when should you take that? Again, when it is able to sustain above this trend line. Next day, Monday or Tuesday, you get a strong bullish candle close above this trend line. Again, it has gone above the trend line. Then you go for a long position, keeping your stop loss below this. It all depends on the broader market, Vishal. No stock can just keep outperforming on its own. Some stocks tend to do that if they don't have any relevance to the index. But this is one of the major stocks in FMCG, right? So you need to watch what is happening in FMCG. So almost this is a top loser here. Godrej Consumer Products is breaking down. Colpal has broken down. Colpal has broken down today. Almost all the FMCG stocks are down today. So you need to also look into the fact that FMCG has already rallied so much. So which is the right time to take a swing position in FMCG during this breakout? Understood, Vishal?
Yeah, sir.
So, the whole FMCG sector has rallied close to 15%. I'm just talking about the index. Index has given a move of close to 15% in the last, let's say 2 months, July, August. Yeah, we are in September now. In the last 2 months, index has given a run-up of 15%. So now you are looking for a position in Tata Consumer when the index is beginning to show signs of fatigue. Understood my point?
Got it.
Yeah. So what was the best area to go long? Might be here because the index would have given a break. Tata Consumer has recovered strongly from the trend line, a double bottom setup. This was a good area to go long, keeping your stop loss here, and you book your profits either here. This would be around 10% easily. So on July 6th, what did your FMCG sector do? Yeah, so this was also giving a breakout. So you, before taking a swing position, if you are planning to hold these stocks for at least 15 to 30 days, this is how you would compare and analyze. Because intraday traders do not need to do these kind of analysis anyway. Got it. But as swing traders, if you are going to take a swing, a positional trade, you need to be aware of all these things, because you are going to hold that trade for a month. So you need to be aware of what is happening in the broader market also. If that is just a one-day fall, then it's not a big deal. All right. See, if Tata sometimes stock gives these shakeouts. All right. Only Tata Consumer products will be down 3%, 4% today. All other stocks mostly will be in green or just flat, trading flat. So it means that Tata Consumer products is giving a shakeout. So what is a shakeout? Sometimes these moves happen to throw the weak hands away. All right. So you would get a candle like this, one strong candle like this. And the next day, this low will be safeguarded. This low will not be broken and market will start to move up. So now this is a shakeout candle. Now, whether this is a shakeout candle or not, we'll get to know on Monday. And also, you will compare it with other stocks and other index as to what is happening over there. Almost all the stocks are down today, right? So if I'm sorting it down, yeah, I can barely see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks in green. All other stocks are in red. So this is a broader market decline. So you cannot call it as a shakeout. Understood, Usha?
Yeah. So in situations like this, should we look at shorting then?
Yeah, of course, because when the trend has changed from uptrend to downtrend, you can short it. No, that's what I told. The ideal place to short this stock is here. Now, if I would not advise you to go short here, because I would like to wait and see what is happening on Monday. So on Monday, if this stock is able to take a resistance from this area, I would prefer to short it here, because still it is 2% higher from the current level. So it reduces my risk. Understood, man?
Yeah.
Because a last short covering rally might take it above this trend line also, right? We still have around 45 minutes left. So if the market decides to give a short covering rally on the whole, because I was seeing Bank Nifty, it was already at a support. Yeah. So it has already shot up close to 150 points, I guess. Yeah, 200 points it has already shot up. So if on the whole, if the markets try to recover, the candles might not look as bearish as it was looking 15-20 minutes back. Got it, madam?
Yeah.
Others, are you able to follow this, or is it too heavy? Are you able to follow it, guys?
Yes.
Okay, good. So all this, most of the stocks are trying to give a recovery. That is important actually, because the daily candle will not look as bearish as it was looking a few minutes back.
Sam, what was your setup for Dr. Reddy and Sun Pharma?
Dr. Reddy and Sun Pharma, it was not only about the setups, it was a sectoral call. All right. So, Dr. Reddy, currently it's hanging around the trend line support. And in Sun Pharma, I'll go to Sun Pharma again and let me explain what is happening in Pharma. So Pharma sector is one area along with IT. Maybe IT would have already rallied a lot, but Pharma has been one sector which has been going down and down ever since June 2021.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this sector has not participated in any of the recent rallies. That is one thing to watch out.
Yeah.
One sector, even your auto sector, which was heavily underperforming for the last one or 2 years, it's at all-time high now, if I'm not wrong. Auto sector, most of the auto stocks are trading at all-time high because they have given a great rally in the last 3 to 6 months. All right. Now, Pharma is one sector which hasn't participated in any of the rallies. So that is one sector to watch out. So usually I take these contra trading patterns. So I prefer to go long, or I prefer to stay invested for a short-term period in sectors which have not participated. Previously, auto, banks were my pick. Now that banks have given beautiful rally, so it is wise to stay away from those sectors and look for other areas where there is still so much steam left.
Yes.
All right. See, bank, I would not say bank Nifty has made a top. That I'm not going into that area at all. All right. Banks would have made a top, or banks would have some more steam left, but that is not my point. But Pharma has a lot of steam left because it hasn't even started its rally. So now it is trading closer to its resistance trend line, which it has been testing multiple times. All right.
Yeah. Almost like fifth time.
Yeah. Now, all these patterns in other sectors have given beautiful breakouts.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have spent time analyzing these sectoral charts, I would say a consumption index. So this was one index which gave a breakout. So look at the move here after breaking out from this channel. The index itself has shorted 16%, similar to most of the other indexes which have given a good rally. So this is auto.
Yes.
Okay, now that Pharma and even healthcare, even your healthcare index, this is the pattern in healthcare. So multiple times this area has been tested. And one thing to note down here is this time, see, all other times, what has happened after testing the trend line? Understand the price action. What has happened? It has formed a double top, right? It has formed a double top, and it has given a vertical fall towards this bottom trend line support.
Yes.
If you have noticed here also, close to a double top, and again a vertical fall. here again, perfect classical stage 3 formation, your market cycle, right?
Yeah.
This is your stage 2, this is your stage 3. And once this distribution phase has been broken down, again a vertical fall.
Yeah.
Now what is happening this time? It went up, took a support here, the midpoint, again it went up, and when it came down, it is finding it difficult to break below this level.
Yes.
All right. Now, if the market is showing strength here, if it is just consolidating here, and if it is give a breakout, then you can expect pharma stocks to give a very good rally. When will this call go wrong? When will I have to take my stop loss? When this zone is broken on the downside.
Okay.
If that is broken, then you cannot stay invested.
Yes. That's when it will be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, it will again come down towards this level also then.
And could you share your chart for Sun Pharma as well?
Yeah, sure. So Sun Pharma, what is happening in Sun Pharma is, so this is a pattern which I have been tracking in Sun Pharma for more than a year now. All right. So this is a classic channel pattern, right?
Yes.
Now this channel pattern has given a breakdown here. So normally what do you expect after a long-term channel pattern has been broken down?
It's a good fall.
It's a good fall and you would expect this to continue, right?
Yeah.
But in the case of Sun Pharma, it didn't happen that way. It took support at the nearest previous support zone. It took a support here and it went back into this trend line strongly again. And now it is giving a consolidation. Now this level, why do I choose this level?
Mother candle.
Mother candle, that is very important. Good. So this is a very crucial level because this is the mother candle. Huge weekly candle of almost how many percentage? 8%. So this will be the mother candle to watch out in Sun Pharma. And this is also in weekly time frame, higher time frame. Now, when a weekly candle breaks below this zone in Sun Pharma, then again Sun Pharma call will I'll have to take it back.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
So now, why do I prefer these kind of things? Because it is well away from the pattern also. So why do I prefer these kind of patterns still? That is because you need to compare them with other similar setups. What has happened in those kind of stocks? So a good example for this would be Hindustan Unilever. So Hindustan Unilever, what has happened in this stock is, this is a long-term trend line in Hindustan Unilever. So you can draw it this way, or some people will have it like this. Okay, so this is one way to draw, and you are just taking the recent supports, then this is a good way to draw it.
Yes.
Now, Hindustan Unilever hasn't been able to break below this trend line for years together. So this is from 2019. But for the very first time in February 2022, this stock gave a strong breakdown. And indeed, it fell close to 10-12%. And then what happened? It formed a double bottom. If you go to daily time frame, it formed a
Double bottom.
And then after consolidating, it comfortably went into this trend line, which it had broken down earlier. Okay. Now, strong stocks like this, fundamentally strong stocks like these, will tend to give a breakdown just to shake out the weak players. Most of them, even your long-term players, would have exited Hindustan Unilever here.
Okay.
If they are following some sort of technical analysis, they would have exited from their holdings here. But then this was the accumulation area.
Okay.
Who will be accumulating it here? Not the retail people, obviously, the big players. All right, they will be accumulating the stock here, and that is the reason you are getting a rally of close to 30%, 25-30%. So Sun Pharma is a similar example where it has given a breakdown and it has gone back into this trend line. Now it is consolidating. So once it is moving up again, you can expect a good move on the upside. Now there is a tool called fib extension, trend-based fib extension. So now you're just going to place it here at the swing low, to the swing high, and again the swing low. So as you can see here, it is continuously taking resistance from this level. All right. Now when it is going up and breaking out above this 900 mark, then you can expect it to reach this high first and then towards this level. So easily, if this holds, the condition is if this zone holds, of just see look at the risk reward here. It's almost closer to this zone anyway. It's 875 and the zone I'm talking about is 860, 865. So if this level of 860 holds, then you can expect Sun Pharma to hit 1000 also in the next 2 to 3 months. So that is a move of close to 30%, I guess. 20, yeah, 15 to 20%. Understood, Piyush?
Yeah. And just wanted to know, like, if you see in this chart, right? So sometimes what happen is like we take an entry on a retest and it again like slips down and takes a second retest. So
Yeah,
what's the approach towards that thing?
totally because of the momentum, man, the sectoral momentum. So we cannot deny the fact that pharma is underperforming.
Yeah.
All right. See, you need to be very clear with what you are going to do, whether you are sitting into the stock for a short-term option trade.
Okay.
All right. Or whether you are going to invest into this for a 2-3 month view.
Okay. Yeah.
See, you can do that by using futures or in cash. When you are taking a par month contract, let's say you go for a November contract, then that is equal to cash investing also, provided you know the risk.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm talking about a 2-3 month view. So in that case, these kind of failure momentum after the breakout, it is fine completely. But when you are doing options for a, let's say, a 2 to 3 day view,
Yeah.
or a maximum 1 week view, the option price will tend to decay.
Yes. Yes. Completely
So
agree.
you need to exit from those trades immediately. It's not that the breakout has failed, but it's because of your option decaying, option price decaying. Are you able to understand me?
Yeah.
So Sam, regarding the Sun Pharma, so if it was you, where would you feel is the right entry, like right place to enter the stock?
Current place is a good level to enter. Anywhere, see, anywhere above this, anywhere in this range is a good place to enter. All
I
right.
think it's like close to
What you
pound.
can do is now that the stock is finding it really difficult to break above 900, you can wait for this breakout to happen. So now that will give you good confidence, because that is also a Dow theory breakout. So you can wait for the level of 900 also to get broken. So we have got a fairly strong recovery here. Yeah. Others are able to follow this.
What if this range breaks? Will it make sense to go long, or we just like need to just make sure our shorts are like hedged with this?
In which are you talking about?
In this one, if for example, if Bank Nifty just breaks out from this range, so what would be a better idea? Like to go long or just hedge your shorts for now?
No, I would prefer to go long here rather than going long after it breakout. Yeah, because you need to give importance to the major trend also. The major trend has been down today. All right, now this is a good level to go long because it's a good confluence area. You got a hammer here, a strong hammer candle here, and why I have marked this line is because of the CPR. So you have the CPR here. It's close to a virgin CPR actually. If not for this gap down, huge gap down, and then it shot up, right? So it's close to a virgin CPR. So you need to be sharp enough to take an entry here, and as soon as you get a good rally, so this is close to a 250 point rally, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So within this 250, 260 points, you need to capture at least close to 150 points and then exit. That's it. Because the trend is down. You need to give importance to these candles also. The momentum is fairly down. All right.
Yes.
Anup bro, are you able to follow?
Actually, it's a little over top of my head, but that's understandable. I think I need to figure out a little more basics.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Manoj, any doubts for you?
No, Sam, as of now, I don't have any doubt.
Okay. So I'll just give you a glimpse of what we will be doing here. All right, we'll go into this charts and technicals later. So no worries. Let's not go into so much details in the first session itself. So others might find it a bit difficult. So what we will be doing here and how we will be approaching this program from now on. I'll just give you a glimpse of that. All right. Now, anyone completely new to futures and options except Anup bro. Anup bro, I know he's a beginner. Others?
Options is something that I'm still learning, Sam, but futures, I have a good idea.
Okay, fine, fine. Sharon?
Abhishek, I don't know much about it.
Okay, fine, fine. So I'll
Futures, I know nothing. Options, I have a bit idea of in the money out to such top sort of things.
okay. No problem. All right. See, we need to discuss about the market conditions before taking a call whether we will be entering into futures or options or cash. All right. So market conditions and market breadth is very important. So what do I mean about market conditions is, so let's describe it with the example. See, you guys know about market cycle, right? So this is stage 1. Stage 2 and stage 3. And again, stage 4. And this is stage 1 again. 1, 2, and this will be your stage 3. And this will be your stage 4. Fine. So everyone needs to know which is the current stage that we are in. When you look into any index chart or any stock chart, the first thing you would want to know is what is the trend in that particular stock or index? What is the current trend? And what is the market cycle saying? What is the stage which is going on currently? Is it in stage 2 or is it in stage 3 or is it in stage 4? So while talking about these things in market cycle, I would have mentioned which are the 2 most difficult stages to identify. Do you remember? With regards to market cycle, there are 4 stages. Which are the 2 most difficult stages to identify?
Stage 1 and 3.
Stage 1 and 3. Very good. Vishal, right? Or Piyush?
No, Manoj, I believe.
Manoj, Vishal. All right, good. Stage 1 and 3 are the most difficult stages to identify. So why do you think so? Anyone, Anup or Sharon can try to answer it.
Because we don't know the trend.
Yeah, Anup and Sharon. Any of you? Anyone know?
Yes, actually, the stage 2 and 4, it's either up or down.
Okay.
The 1 and 3, it will actually go sideways.
Yeah. So the thing is, 1 and 3 are a little bit tricky to identify because both will look similar. Sometimes this stage you will be tempted to mark stage 3 here. When it is happening, you will be tempted to mark this range as stage 3, but ultimately you will find it breaking out. So now you will have to cancel this idea and you will go with the flow, and this will be stage 2 and this is a correction, small sideways correction or consolidation in stage 2. Similarly, when it is stage 1, particularly when the stock is falling down, many people tend to go long here because they would have seen a good fall and then the market is consolidating in sideways. So they will be tempted to go long here, considering this as stage 1. But eventually the market comes down, breaks down below, and stage 4 will continue. So these things I would have mentioned it clearly in market cycle. You need to wait for a good breakout here to happen to identify whether it is stage 1 or stage 3. Fine. Now, there are 2 instruments which we will be trading. One is cash and next one is futures and options, derivative segment. Under derivatives, you have this futures and options. Now, if you have been a cash trader or a investor, let's say a short-term investor or a cash trader, what do you think are the stages where you can make money?
2.
In the second stage and fourth stage.
All right, can you make money in fourth stage as
No,
a cash?
for FNO we can make it in fourth, but for cash,
I'm just sticking to cash segment.
then second stage.
Only second stage. You need to understand it very clearly. As a cash trader or an investor, the only stage where you will be able to make money is stage 2, which is your uptrend. Why is it so? Because the brokerage doesn't allow you to short any stocks in cash market. So obviously you won't be part of stage 4. If you are staying invested in stage 4, then you're going to lose your money. And stage 1 and stage 3, even though you can stay invested, but you're not going to generate any returns because the market will be just consolidating. All right. So if you are a cash trader, if you're only trading in cash, you need to be very, very careful with your timing. All right. So making money in trading or investing, for making money, timing is very important. So many people made hell a lot of money in after the COVID crash. All right. Most of the amateur people, the beginners, seemed like genius because they stayed invested more than the short-term traders. All right. If you had some people investing in mutual funds made 100%, more than 100% returns also, without any knowledge of technicals, anything, because the market was so kind to them. Within a year, you got around 100 to 150% in most of the stocks. So you need not have done any F&O trading or intraday trading at all. It's enough if you have done cash investing that at that point of time. All right. After that, what happened? So if you go to Nifty, so this was the area I was talking about. After the COVID crash, the index itself shot up close to 140%. Then imagine what would have happened to your stocks. All right, 100, 150% in stocks is the bare minimum I am talking about. Most of the stocks gave close to 400, 500% gains also. So an index gave a return of close to 130% in a very short period of time, just 1.5 years, 1 to 1.5 years, you got this return. So who would have made the maximum use of it? Any idea?
Cash traders.
Sorry?
Cash traders.
Cash traders. Yeah, just give me a moment. You can call. cash traders, not your F&O traders, because how long you can hold an F&O contract? Hardly 3 months. All right. So the entire rally, at least 50 to 60% of it would have been captured only if you are a cash trader. All right. Now, let's forget about that. From October 2021 till now, all right, what would have happened if you had just stayed in cash? What would have happened if you are investing your money? Let's talk about Nifty alone. Okay, you have invested something in Nifty or Nifty Bs, all right, you are staying invested. What would have happened to that in the last, let's say, close to 1 year, right? It's almost October now. The last 1 year, what would have happened?
The value remains almost the same.
It was just consolidating, it was just trading in sideways. Sometimes you would have made a big loss also in certain stocks because the broader market was consolidating. For almost a year together, the broader market is just consolidating. Now, most of the people I know, like who made money in cash market trading, they found it really hard to generate returns here because most of the stocks were also going into correction or consolidation. Either they would have made losses or they would have made they would not have made any profits, just that their portfolio will be like trading in sideways, no returns, no gains, or they would have ended up making some losses. That is because cash market trading doesn't allow you to short anything. You can either go long or you can just stay away. That's the two options left for you. Now, if you want to make money in this area, the only option left to you is F&O trading. All right. Now coming into F&O, there are two things which you will be doing. One is futures trading and the next is option trading. Again, under options, you have two things to do, which is option buying and option selling. Okay. Now, for people who are aware of options and particularly option buying, compare again, let me go into this market cycle chart. Yeah. Now tell me, as an option buyer, I'm just talking about option buyer, which are the stages where you can generate the maximum returns? Sorry, Sharon, I couldn't hear you.
Hi. Second phase or fourth stage.
Very good.
With good momentum.
Yeah, second and fourth. Good. Because this is your uptrend and this is your downtrend. So see, everyone needs to be very clear with this point. If you are trading in option buying, make sure the market is either in stage 2 or either in stage 4. Only at these stages you will be able to generate good returns, because for option buying, the foremost important thing which you need is, any idea?
Momentum.
Momentum. Very good. You need momentum is your friend. For option buyers, momentum is your friend. If there is no momentum, even though the price will stay at its same level, the stock price stays at the same level. If there is no momentum, the option which you had bought here would have decayed here. So this is the problem with option buying. So option buying should be done only in stage 1 and stage 2. All right. Now, what are you going to do as an option buyer in stage 1 and 3?
Yeah.
Wait, wait for the stock to come at support and then take a entry. Or like going long on support and going short on resistance.
No, this is what you need to avoid, because one thing you will not do in stage 1 and stage 3 is option buying. You
Okay.
need to stay away. There is no other alternative. You need to completely stay away. Whenever the stock or an index is in stage 1 or stage 3, you just need to stay away.
Okay.
All right. So do not tell me you will buy here, you will sell here. The momentum will be very, very weak. Make most of the money in stage 2 and stage 4 and stay away from the market during stage 1 and stage 3. Even if you're not aware of whether the market is going in a sideways correction in stage 2 or whether it is stage 3, you can stay away here also and wait for the breakout to happen before taking the next trade in option. Are you able to follow what I'm saying here?
Yes.
This is an area where we will be confused, right? Whether it is stage 3 or stage 2 correction. Just stay away, wait for the breakout or breakdown to happen. Then you will automatically get to know it. If it is breaking down, take a put option. If it is breaking out, take a call option. But within this range, do not trade in options. Okay, this is a foremost rule for option buying. So when it comes to selling, so option selling can be done in different ways. All right, some people, most option sellers, as I know, do non-directional trading. But non-directional trading is something beyond my knowledge. I haven't learned about any of those triangles, straddles, all these techniques. I'm not aware of any of those things because I hate to do non-directional trading, as simple as that. So I'm not aware of any of those strategies. When I do option selling, I have done option selling few times. When I do option selling, it's mostly directional. Okay, so how do you do option selling? In a directional way. All right. So when I'm bullish on a particular stock, let's say you have a pattern like this. So when it is giving a breakout, or let's say you are bullish in this stock right from these levels also. As an option seller, what you can do if you are trading with the directional buyers?
Sell put.
Sell put options. Okay, very simple. You will start to sell put options after this breakout is happening.
Yeah.
All right. So it doesn't matter whether the stock is going to give you 15% returns or 20% returns. This put option which you had sold, even if the market is trading here, just 3% higher, this is going to become zero. Are you able to follow this?
Or even at the same price as well.
Yeah. Obviously, but towards the expiry, it has to become zero, right? Even if it is 1% higher. So this is a directional trading which you can do in option selling, provided you have a sound knowledge about price action. All right. So option selling, for option sellers, the ideal market to do option selling is 1 and 3. Even though you can do some directional option selling in 2 and 4, but that is not required because the returns generated will be very low compared to the capital invested. The returns you are going to generate in option selling is going to be very low, particularly in a stage 2 and stage 4, where you can make some great returns in option buying. Got my point? All right. So what do these option sellers do in stage 1 and stage 3? Most of the option sellers prefer the market to stay in sideways when they are doing option selling. So what do they generally do? They sell a call option at this level, they sell a put option at this level, and they would like the market to just trade and expire within this range. Very simple. They do not want the market to be trending at all. So this is a clear differentiation between option buying and option selling. Option buyers always want the market to be trending, but option sellers want the market to be trading in sideways. What do you think will happen most of the time? Which is going to dominate most of the time? Like many people have been in the market for 1 or 2 years. So what do you think is the what do you think happens most of the times? Sideways consolidation or trending markets?
Sideways.
Sideways. Does everyone agree with this?
Yeah, sideways.
Very good. Most of the time, when you take even for intraday basis, let's say you trade in intraday, even for an intraday basis, from Monday to Friday, there will be hardly 1 or 2 days where the market will be trending. Hardly 1 or 2 days where the market will be trending. On all other days, the 3 days, market will tend to consolidate. All right. Now, as an option buyer, see, everyone knows this fact very well. Even if you are just trading in the markets for just, let's say, 3 to 4 months, you would know this fact very well that as an option buyer, you can only make money on certain days in the market by trading in intraday, by trading in Nifty or Bank Nifty from Monday to Friday. There will be hardly 2 days where you will make the most of the returns. On all other days, it doesn't mean you make losses. The ideal thing would be to stay away, which not many people do. But even if you're not staying away, if you're a good scalper, if you're a good sharp scalper, then you can just capture those 20-25 points in Nifty and 50-60 points in Bank Nifty and get out. That is the best thing you can do in a sideways day if you're not able to control yourself. But the problem is, as an option buyer, people start expecting 200-250 points every single day, which is not the case. Markets will tend to consolidate most of the time, and if there is a trending market, in a flash, within the moment you realize it, the trend will get over. If any stock decides to give a breakout after a long time, even if the market is giving a breakout after a long time, the entire, let's say if in Bank Nifty, the 1,000 points, 1,500 points move will happen within 1 or 2 days. You would have noticed that, particularly in the last month where the Bank Nifty has been really bullish, you will get these 600-700 points per day very easily. And then the market will start to consolidate. The consolidation period will be longer compared to your trending market. So you, as an option buyer, you will hardly get 1 or 2 days opportunity in the whole week. You need to make use of that. If you are not making use of it, some people, what they do is, if they have missed the entire rally yesterday in Bank Nifty, let's say yesterday market has rallied 500-600 points. they would have been an option buyer, but still they would have not made use of the entire rally. Then they would expect the same thing to happen today, and they would be trading more aggressively. They would be taking more quantities, which is exactly what you shouldn't be doing. Know the market texture, what is happening in the broader market, whether it is trending or whether it is consolidating. If the market is going to consolidate, as an option buyer, particularly for a beginner, I would advise you not even to look for any scalping opportunities. Completely stay away, because see, you won't believe me, in a month, all right, you can also verify this data when you have time. Go back to Bank Nifty 15 minutes chat. On a monthly basis, Bank Nifty will give you close to 5 to 6 trending days. And when I mean trending days, it's at least 500 points. We'll get these 500 to 600 points move at least 5 to 6 times a month. So option buyers should only concentrate on these 5 days rather than sitting for all the 20-25 days from 9:15 to 3:30. The problem is everyone makes money in the trending market, but good traders, successful traders know how to protect those profits when the market goes into consolidation or sideways the next day. But a beginner who would have made good profits yesterday in a trending market tends to lose most of his profits when the market goes into sideways the next day. Because every day he would be expecting the market to give him a 500 points move, which is not going to happen at all. That is a fact. No one can change that. No market can just keep on rallying every single day. Markets tend to consolidate for a longer time than they are trending. Are you able to follow it, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you made these mistakes before?
Yeah.
All right. So you need to be aware of this fact. What am I going to do? You just clearly define yourself. What are you? As a trader, there are so many paths which you can trade. Like you can be an option seller, you can be an option buyer, you can just trade in futures, you can do intraday alone, you can do swing trading alone. There are different aspects of trading. You need to choose what is most comfortable for you. Most people would not be comfortable doing intraday trading because they would be scared of the volatility. Suddenly, if the market falls 100 points, 150 points in a single 5-minute candle, they would be absolutely scared. And when you do not have enough time under your control, what do I mean by time? The expiry. The options contracts and future contracts have these expiry issues. So close to a Thursday, during a weekly expiry, if you are trading in Bank Nifty and if you are against the major trend, you are trading against the major trend and the market suddenly reverses, you're going to lose your profits very quickly. Whereas a swing trade, if you have taken the monthly option, it's not going to decay that much. So you need to be very clear whether I'm going to do intraday or whether I'm going to do swing trading. The best thing I would recommend is do not curtail yourself like I would only be a swing trader or I'll only be an intraday trader. Let the market decide it. That's why I have emphasized so much on this market cycle. So what you are going to do is not something which you can decide. The market should decide that. If the market is trending, let's say it is in stage 2 in higher time frames. Let me talk about the time frames also. In a daily chart, in an hourly chart, the market is in stage 2. It has just broken out. Who will make the most use of it, an intraday trader or a swing trader? If the market has just broken out in daily time frame or hourly time frame, who do you think will make the most use of it?
Intraday trader.
Is it really intraday trader?
Both actually.
Swing or positional?
Swing traders will make the most use of it. All right. See, an intraday trader will obviously make good money because, let's say in this rally, he would have made money. But again, here, he would have either lost money if he was long, or he could not do anything. But as a swing trader, if you are buying it here and holding it till this point, I'm not talking about the tops. All right, let's be practical. So if you are holding it till this breakdown level also, swing traders would have made a lot of money. They would make use of the entire rally. So if a major breakout is happening, see, we have seen so many stocks recently also. So let me give you a few examples.
JK Tyres gave a breakout yesterday.
Sorry, Sharon.
JK Tyres gave a breakout yesterday.
JK Tyres. Okay, yeah, most of the tire stocks are doing really well. Apollo, Seat, JK Tyres. Yeah, we'll look into that. Bharat Electronics. This is one stock which I shared in the community on July 15. So look at this stock. It has given around 40% move within the 2 months, last 2 months. There are so many stocks I can give you examples. All right. Now, if you have done an intraday trade in Bharat Electronics, you would have captured around 3.5%. And on the subsequent days also, if you have done intraday, you would have hardly captured 1 to 2%. But as a swing trader, in this entire 40% rally, even if you had captured 20%, just 50% of this entire rally, this is something only the swing traders can do. So why is this giving such a great move? Because this breakout is happening after a beautiful consolidation, a triangle pattern breakout. Now, if the same pattern has given a breakout in 5-minute time frame, how much do you think the stock would have moved? Maximum. If the time frame is not daily and it's just 5 minutes, what do you think will be the maximum move?
Maybe 1% or less.
1 to 3%, let's say. An intraday nowadays, a stock easily moves 2 to 3%. So hardly 2 to 3%. All right, on an average 1%. So it depends completely on the time frame which you are choosing. If you are trading based on higher time frames, the volatility will be lesser comparatively. So what happens is some stocks give these shakeouts. All right. Now, this has been a smooth ride. Fortunately, this has been a smooth ride. So let me show you some other examples. Let's take an Exide Industries. There are so many things I don't remember now currently. All right. See, Exide Industries, it gave a breakout here. The pattern was a channel pattern in daily time frame. It was a channel pattern. All right. It gave a breakout here. All right. Now, normally, when you go long here, you place your stop loss below the previous swing low. For a swing trade, if you are having a 15-20 days or a monthly view, you place your stop loss below the previous swing low. Now, Exide Industries, after giving a breakout, also gave a good shakeout here. This is what I call as a shakeout. It went beyond this low also. All right. If you have drawn a zone, luckily you would have escaped. But seeing this bearishness, all right, most people would have exited from this stock. Then the stock made a bottom here and it gave a move of close to 13-14% again. Now these are shakeouts. Now if you're going to stay invested after a breakout, you are going to capture the maximum percentage moves. So today, McLeod Russell hit an upper circuit that was again shared in the community. So I shared this pattern in a weekly time frame. So Manoj would know this, right? Being in the group.
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah. So I share this pattern here. Now, this stock didn't move 20% right after I shared it. This was a month back, exactly a month back. All right. Now, in some other scenarios, this stock would have given a breakout and it would have moved very quickly like this. So we have dealt with so many stocks like Karur Vysya Bank, which gave a very quick move. Similar pattern, a falling wedge pattern. Right after it had given a breakout, it has moved violently. All right, but in the case of McLeod Russell, it was consolidating after this breakout. Now, finally, on this day, it gave a move of 20% on a single day. Now, only if you had stayed invested after this breakout, you take a long position, and only if you had stayed invested, then only you would have been able to capture this move. No one can just buy the share yesterday and make profits in today, right? So when it comes to swing trading, you need to develop this habit of holding. You need to hold stocks for a longer period sometimes to make the most use of it. So have a clear thought before you enter into the market, whether you are going to do swing trading or whether you are going to do intraday trading. Okay. Personally, if you ask me a suggestion, I would say develop yourself in such a way that you are comfortable doing everything. Because there will be times in the market where you will be required to do all the things. In certain kind of market conditions, you need to stay away from option buying. And if you are having a good capital, you can only make money in option selling. So you need to know option selling. Either you are doing it directionally or non-directionally, you need to know option selling. So those periods will give you less returns only. So sometimes you need to be a swing trader in a trending market. When the market has given a major breakout, you need to stay invested. You need to hold on to those trades for a longer time. In a market which is consolidating, so we were talking about Nifty since the last 1 year, right? So it was just consolidating. But if you look into this carefully, there were so many opportunities inside the stocks. Maybe your Nifty would have consolidated, but not all the stocks would have displayed this pattern, similar pattern. Some stocks would have been really trending. Some sectors would have been trending. So it's important to choose those sectors also. Are you able to follow it, guys?
Yes.
Is it too heavy for a first intro session? Anup, bro?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Fine. So we'll don't worry, we'll take it slowly. I just wanted to give a glimpse. So any other doubts? We'll stop it here actually. And just make sure you are comfortable drawing all the patterns. That is the first step. Okay, the first step is to identify some really good patterns, all right, and the ability to decode the market trend. What is the trend here? What is the major trend? So suppose let's discuss what is happening in Nifty. So what is happening in Nifty? So market has been taking a resistance from this trend line continuously. And this week also we have got a fairly bearish engulfing candle here. And this has also made a double top. All right. Now, what are the possibilities? What do you think are the possibilities in Nifty? So it's right at this trend line. So whether it has almost broken it. All right. So now the next support for Nifty would be this previous low. Now, if this low is broken, we are going to have a waterfall decline. If this level of 17, 160, 150 is broken, we'll have a waterfall decline towards 16,400, 16,500 levels. All right. And if that is also broken, then we'll move into the recent close of 15,200 and probably this time much lower. This is one probability. All right. Bearish case scenario. If the bulls happen to defend this level, this zone, and then the market can go into a consolidation. It can go into a consolidation, and then if it is giving a breakout, the decider will be 18,000 level. All right, it's very simple. We need to break above 18,000 again. Now the chances are that market gets stuck between this range of 17,000, let's say 17,300, 350 odd levels to 18,000 levels. In between the 600, 700 points, market will be getting stuck in a range. So option buyers again need to be careful trading in these levels unless you are trading at the extremes or at the boundaries. If this is the range, it's okay to take a option trade here and book anywhere between these levels. But if the market is stuck in the middle of this range, you as an option buyer should completely stay away. Do nothing in these levels. Okay. So in Bank Nifty, what is happening in Bank Nifty? So again in Bank Nifty, exactly at the previous level of resistance, previous all-time high, market has formed an inverted hammer. Now again, just by one single candle, I would not rule out Bank Nifty completely. Why do you think so? I would say still bulls are looking strong comparatively in Bank Nifty. Any idea? Because of this momentum. Look at the momentum in Bank Nifty, which is completely absent in Nifty. Should take Nifty, it was just trading in sideways for the last 1 month. But Bank Nifty has given a very good move. Bank Nifty has been completely outperforming Nifty. Alright. So if Bank Nifty holds, so this becomes a tricky period actually, because some days IT sector will be terribly weaker. IT will be falling and you will see Nifty falling, but you will see Bank Nifty outperforming. So Nifty has to hold. These are days where where Nifty and Bank Nifty will be completely decoupled, and you have to choose your index for trading. So if you are going long on these kind of days, what you will be doing is in the last 2 weeks, whenever you are going long, you should have gone long in Bank Nifty. And whenever you are shorting, you will be doing that in Nifty. Okay. So what can happen in Bank Nifty again? This is the pattern. So it can come down towards this level also and then consolidate before making a move higher. Or if that is broken, then we will have a collapse in Bank Nifty also. So in this area, markets will be consolidating rather than making a trending move. All right. Any doubts, guys, so far? Any other general doubts also? If you have, we can discuss that and wind up. So we'll be connecting on Monday for our next session. So is the timing okay for all of you? 1:30 or close to 1:32?
Yeah, this is fine.
All right.
1:32 is fine.
Okay. So make sure you do the homework this weekend. All right. Try to do the homeworks. Anup bro, you can finish watching the remaining videos.
Yes, sure. Abhishek, can you please explain the concept of the mother candle once again?
Mother candle is nothing but a significant larger size candle. All right. So this is a mother candle. So with regards to the current price, you go back and look for some larger sized candles, strong momentum candles. So this is a strong momentum candle, right?
Okay.
It's looking huge compared to the other candles. It's looking huge. So
The
now
closest one, right?
this one, yeah, the green one.
I mean, the closest one, right?
Sorry.
So the closest one to the latest candle, right?
Closest one to the latest candle.
Okay.
Just go back, and this is your mother candle. You got it here.
Okay.
Pretty stronger. Now you mark the lows and high of this mother candle. Okay.
Okay.
Now, when the market is trading between this range, the highs and lows of the mother candle, the market will just consolidate.
Okay.
Just trading sideways like this.
Okay.
So this is the mother candle high, this is the low, right? Now, when will the market become trending? When the mother candle high or low was taken out. If the low is broken, then you will have a good decline. If the highs are broken, then you will have a good rally.
Okay.
So that is mother candle.
Okay. And
Abhishek,
should
one
that
last
always
thing.
be?
Yeah.
No, after you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. So, and should that always be a bullish candle?
No, not necessarily. No,
Okay.
not at all. It can also be a bearish candle. So
Okay.
let me see. Yeah. So this is a mother candle.
Okay.
This bearish mother candle. This is a bearish candle. Just look for these bigger size candles.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Lows and highs of those candles are broken. See, it's not necessary that a bearish mother candle should always get broken on the downside, and the bullish mother candle should always get broken on the higher side. It's not required.
Okay.
Major reversals will happen when this high is broken,
Okay.
because the trend will completely change. Similarly, when a huge bullish green candle, when that low is taken out, then you will have a very big fall.
Okay.
Yeah, Piyush.
Yes, I've sent one chart in the group. Can you just rectify it, whether it's like correct or not?
Sure. British pound, Indian rupee. Yeah,
Yes,
it's very good. Yeah,
that's correct, right?
it's perfect. Perfect.
So what can be the future targets if you're seeing in a long-term chart, like probably like 1 year, 2 year or so? Or like what do you think?
The targets for this.
Yeah, your targets.
Yeah, if this support holds, then look for the middle line first, the middle line of the parallel channel, first target, and the upper boundary line, upper resistance.
Okay, and if the support doesn't hold, then
It will have to break down, right? So then if it breaks this level, then probably 80 should come into play.
80, right?
Yeah, 80, 82 will come into play, and then we will decide later.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the USD INR pair, if you can see and let us know?
USD INR, yeah.
Yeah.
So dollar index is actually so this is the pattern in dollar index, right? So USD INR. It's consolidating for a long time now. So once this is broken, then again it has to go up above 80, 81. All right. That is happening. That is going there is banks.
So for the USD INR also have like sent one chart. Could you please check that as well?
Sure. Okay, you've drawn a parallel channel. Okay.
Yeah, from like past 2 years, from 2019.
Monthly.
Yeah.
Okay. So I also done it in monthly. Okay. Yeah. So even if you're drawing it this way, no. So it might be at the consolidating at the resistance level. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So as long as it is trading within this range, it's going to be in sideways. So mark these ranges. All right. So when the highs get broken, you go long. When the lows get broken, you short it.
So I think so it's like 80 and 79, right?
Yeah, 80 and 78. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If this is going to get broken on the upside, then it's going to be bad for Indian markets. Let's see.
So what do you think? Will it happen or no?
No idea, bro. I don't wish to predict.
Track currencies.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not that I don't track currencies, but I don't wish to go into these predictions, because see, this is completely dependent on the economics. All right. So
Yeah.
INR and Dixie, So whether they are going to raise the interest rates further and further, I'm not going to know about those things. And the real picture of Indian economy is also not known. So we have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think so. Like, and this, it's expected to raise the interest rate by 7 basis point, and there are like 19% possibility of 100% hike.
In US, Fed,
Yeah,
yeah, they are going to raise it at least by 75 basis points or even 1%. But now we do not know how much of that is already factored in also. Alright.
okay.
The interest rate story has been revolving for quite some time.
Yeah, months now. Yeah,
So maybe market may not keep reacting to the same thing twice or thrice. Once it can,
yeah.
at most it can react twice, but not so many times for the same news. But the thing is, you need to be aware of these fundamentals also, because if there is not enough liquidity, then the markets are not going to go up significantly.
Okay.
On these levels, if the liquidity is not enough, like how we saw it in 2020, 2021, those 1.5 years, there was free money everywhere. All right. So these
Yeah.
guys got cheap. There was literally zero interest rates in US economy. So these guys got cheap money and they pumped in. But that is not going to be the case moving forward. Right. Even if the market is going up, it's not going to go up in a vertical
Straight
rally.
line.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
will always have these shakeouts. The market will more likely consolidate. And if there is anything going wrong, then we can expect the markets to correct violently also.
Okay, and then one last thing is the chart of US oil,
US,
because yeah, US oil.
US oil, I'm pretty much staying neutral currently, but it's hanging around this trend line.
Yeah.
Okay. This was actually
Okay.
surprising. Like I thought it's going to head higher.
Okay.
This move was a surprise to me as well. Now it has to come back above this level. So wait for US oil to break above this high. This, keep this as a mother candle.
Red candle.
This red candle. This high is going to be very crucial. Not even the low. This high is going to be very crucial. So as soon as
Basically 90.
89. Yeah, 89 point. Yeah, 89 is getting broken. You will see a very good rally in US oil.
Okay. So if US oil basically rallies, then we can like look forward to short Berger Paints, Asian Paints, tire stocks.
Yeah, if it is going to significantly shoot up, then of course your Asian Paints and auto stocks will have to underperform. But do not always try to make a one-to-one correlation
Yes.
on a shorter period. All right, these things are more relevant in long term, but a day-to-day rise in US oil need not have a significant impact in your paint stocks or auto stocks.
In stocks, yes. Because I think so like most of the companies now they hedge their positions with like different things, right?
Yeah,
They
obviously.
have positions, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. So yeah, this is a pair trade. You can call it a pair trade also. So sometimes they go long in dollar index and short the metals. So that is again a pair trade. So you go long in one instrument and you go short the other. So dollar index and metals are such pairs. They tend to move in opposite directions.
So like why is it, like is there any
It's a
reason behind that?
it's a fundamental reason actually. So when,
Okay.
yeah, it also depends on your Australian market also. You can just Google about it. You will get a good information. So metals are always indirectly proportional to your dollar index.
Okay.
Yeah. and IT, like IT is directly proportional, and then there is Nasdaq also. So when Nasdaq falls, our IT index tends to fall. So yesterday there was a 2% fall. So that's why you see TCS heavily underperforming today. So again, so we have to wait and see. I'm looking for a contra trade next week in TCS. We'll update in the group as well. So
Okay.
so this is where we went long in TCS. If you remember, go back 1 or 2 months before. This is when I gave a contra call on TCS.
Yes. I took that trade as well.
Yeah, and
Because
then
I had the same setup.
so again it has come back to the same level, and it's a trend line retest as well. So, but
Yeah.
then we need to give importance to this breakdown and a huge bearish candle also. We'll wait and see. Okay. All right, guys. So can we wind up then? We'll connect on Monday.
Sure.
All right.
Yes, Sam.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll share the recording. Just make sure you download the recording of each day as and when I send it, because I would not have much storage space in my cloud. All right. So make sure you download it today or tomorrow, because by Monday I would have to delete this recording. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. See you on Monday.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, Sharon.